Carmen Banana with another great cooking recipe. But before we start this unbelievable recipe, I want you to meet a famous country and western singing star, Miss Ima Loose Butts. And I'm sure you've all heard of her. And let's all give a warm round of applause to the great country and western singing star, Ima Loose Butts.
Thank you, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I just really, really appreciate Carmen having me on the show. And, you know, things have been just going in a whirlwind lately. I've been on tour, and that's kind of rough sometimes, being on the road all the time. But I love my life, you know, and I like to live it, so that's the way it goes. And this first song I want to sing to y'all is kind of about being on the road and kind of the hazards of, you know, not always being able to stop and freshen up like you'd like to. And, you know, hopefully the one you love will be upwind of you is all I know. And it's called He Loves Me When I Stink. And maybe y'all have heard of it. It did real well up in Canada. I'd like to sing it for you now. Well, I think I would. Well, I work real hard out on the barbed wire range, and when I start to sweat, I really work up a stench. But I don't have to worry nor wear no dress of pink, 'cause I know my man, he loves me when I stink. Yes, he does. He loves me when I stink, when I'm working in the yard. He says that when I stink, it really keeps him hard. Although he's pushing 30 and he's always kinda dirty, well, I don't have to think, 'cause he loves me when I stink. Sometimes at night I love to wear my mink, but when it starts to rain, the dang thing starts to stink, kinda stinks. When it starts to drizzle, the dang thing starts to frizzle, but I don't have to think, 'cause he loves me when I stink. Y'all sing with me now. He loves me when I stink, when I'm working in the yard. He says that when I stink, it really keeps him hard. Although he's pushing 30 and he's always kinda dirty, well, I don't have to think, 'cause he loves me when I stink. No, I don't have to think, 'cause he loves me when I stink. Oh, thank you so much. You know, this is a crazy world sometimes, and being on the road all the time can be real hard. And I got married when I was real young, and my husband's in show business too. And before we knew it, little Billy Bob was born, and I had to stay off the road for a while. And one time, a couple of our roadies come over, had a bottle of wine, and so they asked me if I'd drink the wine with them, and I did. I just didn't know there was some mind-altering chemicals in them, you know, and so I went up to Waco for a while and kind of hung out there for a while. But when I come back, Billy Bob was gone, and there was a note and a big pile of dirty diapers in the corner, and he'd left me. And I guess that was probably the saddest time of my life, because he was my business manager too, you know. And I wrote this song, though, so something good come out of it, and we got back together. But I'd like to sing this song for you now. It's called Trial Separation. I'm just going to do it a cappella. Here it goes. TRIALSCPARATION, trial separation, my friend, is all we N-E-E-D-E-D to M-E-N-D, mend, R-R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S-H-I-P, relationship we call L-O-V-E, love. Little B-I-L-L-Y, B-O-B has got to know before you pack your B-A-G-S and G-O out the door. It'll be T-R-A-U-M-A-T-I-C for a day or two. But it's trial separation for me, me, and you. It'll be T-R-A-U-M-A-T-I-C for a day or two. But it's trial separation for me, me, and you. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Oh, Ima, you brought a tear to my eye and really touched this big heart of mine.
Oh, Carmen, well, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad you could come by. And listen, I want to remember all of you one more time, Miss Ima Loose Butts. And while we're waiting for our next guest to come on, let's talk to the Banana Bureau.
All right, thanks, Carmen.
Goodbye, Miss Butts.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Ima
Thank
Loose
you.
Butts.
This is Chet Banana with a banana fact from the Banana Bureau. Banana skins are just the thing for polishing shoes. This has been Chet Banana.
Thank you, Banana Bureau. And now we have Irene from Elgin.
Yes.
And honey, what do they do in Elgin better than any place else in the world?
Make sausage, Carmen. You know, we're so proud of our sausage out there. And when I was asked to be on the show, I thought, well, I must come up with something that had sausage and bananas.
Well, really?
So I've kind of experimented with this recipe, and I'd like to show it to your viewers. It's called Bananas Hog Wild.
Oh, that sounds. Now, have you done this recipe on your radio show before?
Well, actually, not this one. This is a new one, and this is the first time it's been aired. So,
Well, honey, you might as well plug your radio show. You know, we have an audience of thousands. You might as well plug your radio show in Elgin.
oh, I'd love to. I have a little radio show out there in Elgin. It's called Irene's Kitchen Corner, and I do everything from recipes to advice and how to remove stains out of your husband's drawers or whatever. But I have a lot of fun with it, and let me tell you, Carmen, you have so many fans in Elgin.
Oh, really? Even in Elgin?
Oh, Lord, yes. When I was telling people that I was going to be on here, I tell you, my grandpa, he wants your autograph so bad. So when
Well,
I
that can be
leave,
arranged. Is he cute?
yes, he wants you to carve his name in his banana, I think.
That can be done.
Well, you want to just get started?
Well,
with
honey, get
this?
started. There's no time to start like the beginning.
Well,
or
let's-
like now, or whenever the good time to start is.
Yes, like the present.
Yeah, really.
Of course, bananas, you know, well, first of all, I usually put on my surgical gloves before I cook.
Oh, that's very smart.
Well, it just keeps that sausage from getting underneath your fingernails. It kind of keeps your nail polish intact, and if you wear those little nails, it keeps them from coming off in the sausage. So.
Uh-huh. We don't want those high-gloss red nails in the sausage, do we?
Heavens no, especially if they're the glamour length. Oh, Lord, well, you just peel this thing, and, you know, I just love bananas because they're just so much fun.
Aren't they?
I think
They're so
so.
versatile.
They are. They're versatile, and they're just kind of endearing. The shape of them and everything is kind of just explicitly wonderful.
A shape you've grown to love.
Yes. and of course, you know, we've got the green ones over here and yellow over here. We're quite color themed today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and of course we have to put the lemon on here to keep them from getting brown, because we don't want them to get brown after we wrap them with the sausage.
Oh, and so the lemon keeps them from turning.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh,
My
well,
goodness.
even Carmen learns things.
Oh, yes, yes.
Really?
So I'm just going to put some of that on there.
Oh, that's a great
Yes.
idea.
and you just kind of, you know, get it absorbed into the banana so it doesn't have a chance to brown on you. And then I'm using kind of a new sausage stuffing technique that I haven't thoroughly perfected, but I thought we'd try it. And
Sure.
it seemed a little festive to me.
God knows we have so many of them around the house.
Well, we need to these days,
Yeah,
I tell
really?
you.
Oh,
So I'm just going to
Well,
start here.
that
see
fits
what-
perfectly,
It does,
Irene.
and it makes, you know, it kind of fills out the reservoir.
It's the perfect fit.
Now, this is Elgin prime sausage. I want y'all to look at this. This is beautiful. This is some of the finest hog in Texas that's been ground here.
I
So
see.
now what I'm going to do is just take this sausage and put a little bit on top of the banana there, see?
I
like
see.
that. And just
I
kind of get it
see.
nice, and you know, you kind of want to variegate it.
I see. Now, does that mean mix?
Well,
we don't want to use too many big words. I hate to tell you, Irene, but we want to. Let's keep it to 1 or 2 syllable words.
Well, variegated as, you know, like your yellow and your green, where you got
That's-
your banana and your sausage intermixed.
Great. Intermix. That's 3 syllables, but that's better than variegate.
You know, and it
Oh,
just
that's
turns
looking-
into such a lovely, lovely little design
Irene,
in here.
that's looking beautiful. I tell you, those people in Elgin are going to scream when they see this sausage recipe.
Oh, I tell you, you know, some of my recipes, well, last year I won the blue ribbon for sausage recipe, and it was sausage and turnip greens. And it was just so unique.
Well, can you describe it? I mean, I can't even imagine what sausage and turnip greens would be.
Well, I kind of variegated that as well. Oh, I'm using
There
that word
you
again.
there you go again.
And I can't remember exactly what it was either, but it was a lot of fun there
It
at the
sounds
fair.
fun.
And we had some good music out there in Elgin, and we eat a lot of pork. So everybody, y'all eat your sausage, because you know that it's good for us, it's good for the farmers, and it's good for our economy.
Really, especially from Elgin.
Now look at this, Carmen. This is turning into something nice.
Irene, I'm hungry.
Oh.
I'm hungry just looking at it. Now let's see if we can we just sort of take a mid view and show the audience how beautiful that's beginning to look.
It's lovely.
Look, isn't that just look at that. Let's just sort of let it hang there. Can you just let it hang there for a while? Look at that.
That's
I
just
love that. Is
lovely.
delicious. Look at that. That is
You
going
know,
to be so good.
And
I
if,
tell
if you want to, you can just squirt some of this down in there to keep it from browning too much.
Sure. Keep it.
And you just want to keep the layers going is
That's
the basic
perfect.
thing.
Variegated. Listen, I don't care how many syllables it has. Let's teach this audience a new word. Variegated. Variegate.
It's like Watergate or
Yes, or irrigate.
Or irrigate.
Really?
It got the same
Really?
gate in it, doesn't it?
Really. As long as we I can see why you want to keep your surgical gloves on, because you don't want to get all of that sausage, all over you.
That's right. And, you know, all these days they talk about your safe sex and everything. I just figure it's time to get into a little safe food.
Really,
So-
really.
You know, I guess I must have been about 10 when I stuffed my first sausage.
Did you use this
looking nice,
this shell here?
Well,
Or?
no, actually, that was, we used the old intestine method.
Well, this
back
is
then.
it's the 80s.
It's the
It's
80s
80s.
now, and
That's rich as
things are
something.
just popping. Look at that.
There's something written on the side of that sausage. Trojans? Oh, I see. Okay, that's.
I think that's the inspector's initials.
Yes, really. Okay, now we're at the very top of it. How do you?
Yes.
What do you do with the top? Oh, that is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? And it just is such a guest pleaser.
It really is. They're gonna love that. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this. Okay, now what do you? Now that you have it all stuffed, what do you do?
Well, I tell you, I use Nilla wafers a lot on just about anything to garnish and just turn it into something that is so appetizing. And pineapple rings and maraschino cherries, and of course your white bread goes so well with your sausage.
Well, why don't you just start putting it all together right here? I know that we're sort of low on plates right now. Why don't you start, what did you say
Well,
you
you know,
start with?
Actually, Carmen, through the miracle of television, I did bring a prepared plate.
Great.
And
Oh.
this cute little young man's going to hand it to me now. Thank
great.
you.
Oh.
And here we have banana hog wild.
Oh! I love it. Would you want to describe what you have here now?
Oh, I've got a basic layer of white bread, and I left the crust on because that does have some nourishment in it.
Sure. I mean, that's where the roughage is, isn't
Yes.
it?
But you don't want to eat the peel on the banana.
Oh, no, that's too much roughage.
Or the outside of this. Anyway, make things go faster here, I have used the pineapple rings in just kind of decorative, selective manner. And I've got my cherries here to just add a little color and, of course, make it a little tropical because I knew that was kind of in your line of cooking.
It is banana.
So that's basically it. And vanilla wafers along the side.
Irene, it is the prettiest dish that we have had cooked for us in a long time.
Oh, thank you so much,
It is
Carmen.
beautiful. And listen, all of us it's what?
Hog Wild.
It's Banana's Hog Wild.
right.
You can remove your surgical gloves now. So listen, Irene, thanks for coming by and making
thank
Banana's
you.
Hog Wild
Thank you
for
so
us.
much.
And let's all say one more time goodbye to the camera and join us next time for another great cooking recipe. Good night, Irene.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.